This is an Eye on Annapolis bonus podcast.
So we're back up here in Crofton at Pherm Brewing, one of the favorite craft breweries here. I guess their claim to fame is that they were chased out of Annapolis because they didn't want the brewery, but it was Annapolis's downfall and Crofton's gain for sure. But we are sitting here today with Ron Peremel and John Way, who are two of the three co-producers, co-owners of a new festival that's coming to Sandy Point State Park, September 30th and October 1st, the Annapolis Baygrass Music Festival. How you guys doing?
Doing great.
Great.
Awesome. Well, you know, this festival is a long time coming after last year. It was coming, and then it didn't. And I'm really excited to see it come back again this year. It looks like you've got a killer lineup and have really sort of gone off the deep end as far as, you know, bringing this festival to the people of Anne Arundel County and beyond. But I guess, okay, first of all, Baygrass, that's a made-up word, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, as a single word, okay, Baygrass is a thing.
Yeah.
But, okay, so it's just a play on bluegrass, correct?
Right.
Okay, that's what I thought. And, I mean, because bluegrass is a genre of music that we really haven't seen here frequently. I mean, maybe sometimes at Ram's Head there may be a show here and there, but that's why it's exciting to see this come out in a festival form here to Anne Arundel County at Sandy Point. Again, this is going to be on the 30th and the 1st of October, and the website
30th of September. I know it's split between months, so you got to say that.
So it's a 2-month-long festival.
Technically, it could be that, right? You know,
this is awesome.
Like a timeline, right?
But the website is baygrassfestival.com, and you know, since I mentioned that Baygrass was a made-up word, I guess obviously because we're on the Chesapeake Bay at Sandy Point State Park, and I know that you guys are very environmentally focused on this.
Exactly.
So where does this is where the Bay comes in?
Yeah. Well, the impetus for the name and the festival itself is to be a bay conservation focused festival entirely from the ground up. And so the name, of course, came to me and said, you know, let's put bay in front of grass, and we're also trying to save the bay grass, which is, you know,
critical for the bay health.
It is. It's critical to the ecosystem, and it really makes everything thrive and survive. So we have to protect it. So our mission is to help protect and restore the Chesapeake Bay, and we'll talk about lots of ways how we do that. As well as another mission we brought in, which is through John, my partner, to create mental health awareness and resources for folks that are struggling out there and want to, you know, get access to resources.
Well, mental health, we are all struggling in some different ways. I think it's just a matter of intensity.
Correct.
To some point.
One in 3 or 1 in 4 of us right now are always dealing with something, and their mental health challenges, you know, but there's lots of tools out there and good community to help navigate those.
Well, John, you've started a foundation called the VA Way.
Correct.
Which is VA, I'm assuming, military, Veterans Administration?
It's more like a veteran association, you know, through our association with different organizations, we can get more done, you know. And it was to bring mental health first aid training into the community of the veterans and musicians, because this gives you tools to navigate daily life and your struggles. So when Ron approached me and he told me about his dream, and I was already working in some festivals, and I just, you know, felt like a good matchup, and we could bring both missions out to the community.
That's cool. Now, what is the VA Way's website? Is it vaway.org?
Yeah, vaway.org.
Simple.
You know, we're specialized in mental health first aid training. We're bringing Narcan training to the festival as well.
Really?
Yeah.
So I'm attending the festival. I've got an opportunity to get trained in Narcan.
Correct. Anne Arundel County Health Department will be there giving out information on how that can be done, and hopefully training on site. You may not walk home with Narcan, but you can go get that at any pharmacy in Maryland right now.
Right. I know the health department gives it out for free as well.
Correct.
And
Correct.
that's phenomenal. And that is a true life-saving skill.
Yes. Yeah.
To be able to do that with, especially, and I don't know, I haven't looked at the numbers recently, but I know the opioid issue is not subsiding.
They're staggering, you know.
Nearly as much as you would hope it would be by this time.
And I would just add that, you know, so one of the philosophies that we have is that, you know, the power of music really has the ability to, you know, really improve people's lives, but also in the way of mental health, and John can talk all day about that. But one of the philosophies is that, using music to really as a platform to bring awareness to a particular issue or cause like bay conservation or mental health issues is really an opportunity to connect with people in a way that's not a high pressure, not a stigma oriented way. It's really just open mind way to just experience education and awareness through just immersively, essentially, by being there. And so music, playing music, seeing things about the Chesapeake Bay, having workshops that we have, and having, educational booths and having, some speakers and some visuals, all really help express some of the things that we're trying to get across while people are having fun. So that's why our slogan is "Every jam saves the bay." All you got to do is show up.
Well, it sounds like there is so much more to the festival than just a bunch of bands getting up on a stage.
Oh, yeah. And there's a lot. We have some great food and beverage opportunities for people coming in.
Our Pherm's going to be there again.
Pherm Brewing Company is going to be there. Idiom Brewing Company is going to be there as well. Chesapeake Chefs, right, Ron?
Chesapeake Chefs, Grey Wolf, and Sobar, and I think the Wine Collective will be there as well. So we'll have what we call an elevated food and drink experience. Chesapeake Chefs is, and everything's pretty much locally sourced, right? Correct. Yeah. So phenomenally, fresh, local food, seafood, as well as barbecue, as well as vegetarian options, and a whole delicious menu of great concessions, as well as the VIP experience, which is going to have fresh lump crab cakes as part of your ticket, oysters, thousands of oysters being shucked all day long, roasted oysters, po' boy sandwiches.
Awesome!
It's going to be a gourmet festival that people don't usually see at a bluegrass festival.
I would say so. Well, that answers some of my question. I mean, tickets right now, you've got multi-day tickets on, and passes are on sale right now.
Correct.
I know that the individual tickets are going to go on sale August 16th. So if you want just a single day ticket.
Yep, they'll be announced on August 10th. And August 16th, single day tickets.
And VIP, is that on sale right now too as well?
Yes, correct.
Okay, and what you mentioned, it's really pretty elevated, and the most important question I need to ask on VIP: separate porta potties?
Yes.
There you go, sold.
Yeah, luxury ones as well.
Yeah.
So you have air conditioned.
There you go, air conditioned?
Hopefully.
Yeah.
You may not need that at the end of September.
Well, the other beautiful thing about Sandy Point State Park and East Beach in particular, where this festival will be, which is a beautiful, flat, enormous field with beach access,
right.
And it also has great parking access, but also pavilions all over the entire festival perimeter. So there will be a special pavilion for just VIP, where people will get to enjoy things, and we're expanding that whole VIP village so people can really have some other things going on there: drinks, food, massage, a cool environment, some couches and some seating that's really fun. So, and then some VIP viewing areas that are special to the VIPs.
Yes, you're right up there. Now, you said East Beach. Now, I'm trying to remember, is that... if you were with the Chesapeake Bay Blues Festival, had you ever attended that?
Yeah.
Is it where they typically were?
That's South Beach.
Okay.
I mean, although the first year they did it was at East Beach.
Okay.
And then they moved.
So this is up
South
around the corner,
This is the
closer to
first
Baltimore?
left as you come in. Yeah, closer to Baltimore.
Okay. Exactly. Well, you take a left when you first come in, and it's sort of off the main beaten path.
Oh, I don't know that I've ever been to a festival back there.
And one of the points Ron said is really flat, which makes it really ADA friendly. Mm-hmm. We've expanded the ADA parking, and this is accessible with people that have, it's tough for them to get around.
Mobility issues,
right?
yeah.
Mobility issues, wheelchairs, anything. We also have wheelchairs that are beach accessible, being provided by the park. So it's a good opportunity for those people that can't go to a festival, say, Merriweather on the Hill, and you have to stand at that angle all night. This is flat.
Yeah.
This is
That's
really
awesome. You guys have thought of everything, it seems. parking, is parking going to be at Sandy Point?
Yeah, parking's going to be at Sandy Point. There's going to be a small fee to enter the park. That's between the client or the customer in the park.
That's right. I would say Uncle Sam, but it's
$3 maybe.
Uncle Wes needs to get his dollar.
Yeah. So the park needs to get that, and then the parking's included. VIP has parking, preferred parking, and then we'll have shuttles running from the far parking lots down to
the gate,
to our gate. Yeah,
that's awesome. Well, a festival is cool with the food and the VIP and the air-conditioned bathrooms and everything else, but let's talk a little bit about the artists.
Okay.
And I am not a huge bluegrass fan, but I certainly know the Yonder Mountain String Band.
Great.
I have heard of Railroad Earth.
Okay.
So these are some pretty big names as far as bluegrass goes, right?
Right. I mean, we're really fortunate to have been partnered with Relics. They put together a tour this year that includes Yonder Mountain String Band, Railroad Earth, Keller and the Keels. So on Saturday night, it's going to be very special. It's going to be those three bands close out our event. And by the end of the night, all those bands will be on stage playing together. So that's something that's never been done before. I mean, they're on tour right now. It's happening. But we're going to be the last stop on the tour for them. So that's Saturday night. And then we have, you got Melvin Seals and the Jerry Garcia Band. And we're very excited because it's his birthday on Sunday. And he doesn't want us to say how old he's going to be, but it's his birthday. And I think everybody's going to have a great time there with Fruition, Lindsay Lou, Cabinet, Chris Jacobs, and Smooth Kentucky. We have a lot of local artists as well. Lindsay Lou will be our artist at large.
Well, I did see that on the website. And again, that's baygrassfestival.com. What is an artist at large?
Artist at large is probably the luckiest person at the festival. They get to be there all weekend. They get to play with whoever they want. They get to sit in and mingle and basically have the time of their lives. Meanwhile, all the bands get the excitement of Lindsay Lou coming up and playing with them. So
she's a multi-instrumentalist, beautiful voice.
Yeah. Very cool.
She's so much fun, and so she knows all these bands, so she knows how to play with all of them.
So I mean, she can sit up there and say, "Okay, well, I know this song, and I can add a little something to it, and just
Yeah.
I'm here.
Yeah. Even with our local bands like the High and Wides, Wicked Sycamore, the Dirty Grass Players, Geraldine, which is our house band, and I'll let Ron expand on them, but these are all local artists that are going to be so excited to have Lindsay Lou sit in with them. And be there. And those sit-ins can happen in any given day. All these bands could talk amongst themselves in the back, be like, hey, you want to do this jam with us? And that's where the magic happens. That's the rarer thing.
Oh, that's the beauty of live music.
Yeah.
As opposed to an album or a DJ, because you never know what's going to happen.
Right. And with Geraldine being our house band, Ron, go ahead and explain Geraldine.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm very excited to talk about that. One thing I want to mention, just for your benefit and your listeners, is, we call it, progressive or modern bluegrass. So it's sort of a combination of all kinds of genres in these bands. I mean, they're really not, traditional, Appalachia bluegrass.
Right.
And some of them do have that element, the High and Wides, I think, and Dirty Grass, but they really are, involving, from jazz and rock and Americana, and they go in all different directions, and they always end up throwing in a cover tune or two that you'll know in a bluegrass genre. So it's really fun.
Can we put a request in, like, not to hear Cheeseburger in Paradise?
I'm pretty sure that's not going to happen.
You won't have any problem seeing that. It's definitely
that's
not
a different
that.
genre.
Definitely not.
Good. Well, I know that on your website you have the Spotify playlist, which is a good sampling of everybody that's coming here, and I'll make sure that we include that in our show notes and in our posting and everything else, so everybody can get a taste of it before the end of September.
Excellent.
So that'd be wild. Family friendly? Okay.
Very family friendly.
We know it's veteran friendly.
Yes.
We know that it is
Bay friendly.
accessible. It's bay friendly. It is mental health friendly. Family friendly. We said absolutely. How do you make it all run? Do you need volunteers?
We sure do. We're always asking for volunteers. I think we have a volunteer link on our website that they can go to sign up, register for being a volunteer.
What's in it for them?
What's in it for them? Well, they get 4 hours of work required for each day. We're going to give them a steely and maybe some swag, but they get access to learn and have a great time without buying a ticket. So that's a great deal. So, but volunteers are an exciting group of people. We have a green team. They will be, because we are doing it right. We're taking care of all the recyclables, compostables, trash. No other festival in Sandy Park does that.
Right.
So we are doing it right. We have metal cups. There's no plastic bottles. Free
That's
water.
awesome.
We want people to be clean and green and take care of the state park, because that's part of our mission. So we're teaching people good habits, and the volunteers can learn a lot just from being there.
Right. Well, is this your first rodeo as far as festivals go? I mean, John, you said that you worked in...
That's not my first rodeo.
Okay.
I've been on a few rodeo rides myself, but this is Ron's first venture.
Yeah, that's why I brought John in. I've never put on a festival. I've been in business my whole life, so I know how to do marketing and how to run a business. And my passion has been sort of a lot of different areas, and sort of culminated in this idea to really create a festival for the first time.
Are you a Bluegrass fan?
I'm a huge Bluegrass fan.
Okay, so that's a passion of yours. This started out as a passion project, I guess?
For sure. And it's still a passion project.
Okay.
I think hopefully always will be. That's the goal. And to do good while we're having fun. So,
Man, you can't argue with that at all. You can't argue with that.
I do want to mention what John had asked and I didn't get back to is our house band Geraldine is really amazing. They wrote a song for us called "In the Water." And that's our theme song now, and you'll see that on the Spotify list as well. And we're about to do some fun things with that song. It was we went into the studio with them to record it on their new album, and Chris Jacobs actually sat in.
He's local too, right?
Yeah. He's become really amazing from Baltimore for the whole scene here, the music scene, and just added an incredible element to the song. So he's on the Spotify list and the album. And so one of the things about that's so special is the lead singer and guitarist of Geraldine is the chief hydrologist for NASA Goddard Space Center. So he is a PhD in water quality, and so amazing person to have as part of our festival. Wrote a song for us because of his knowledge, because of our mission, and because of the music genre. So he put it all together for us, and that's become our theme song.
That's wild. That's amazing.
Yeah. Give it a listen. I wish I could play it for you right now.
I do have the playlist at home, so I definitely will listen. It's a Geraldine song, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. You're a fan of Bluegrass, and as I said, you don't see too many here. Is Annapolis a Bluegrass town?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so is Baltimore. The whole area is a Bluegrass town. I think Bluegrass is making a comeback, if it ever was back. But I mean, it's an exciting new genre. It's been elevated by other young Bluegrass stars in the field, like Billy Strings. He brings a lot of people into the Bluegrass scene, and then they get bands like Yonder Mountain and Railroad Earth and these other guys that Billy has played with. So it all just comes back, and then these other bands, they get now new clients, new customers, new fans just by the exposure of bigger artists. So I think it's a booming area for the next several years.
That's fantastic. Well, as we start to wrap up, I do want to say that I knew it wasn't your first rodeo because you sort of got started with a rodeo last year.
Yeah,
for sure.
Last year's was supposed to be the inaugural Annapolis Baygrass Music Festival, and it was thwarted by a hellacious storm. Mm-hmm. And from an outsider's perspective, man, you guys kicked some ass as far as how you handled this.
Thank you.
I told so many people. I mean, I was texting people. I said, "Look at this. I mean, we've got this email that says this is what we're doing." And what you did is, I mean, you obviously, let's not cut around it. I mean, it was a financial hit. I mean, you
for sure
you have whatever. I mean, insurance aside and everything else. I mean, you've got a lot of time and effort, and the bands are winging their way into town and everything else. But you guys made the call early, and you told everybody that had purchased a ticket exactly what was happening. Not quite as expansive as Sandy Point State Park, but you brought the party up here to Pherm Brewing.
Yep. It was a quick pivot. We had to get a sound person. We had to find the bands to play. We had to create a whole party scene for 2 days here at Pherm Brewing Company, and they were awesome. And then we brought the food in, the bands and the fans that showed up.
Oyster shucking.
Yeah,
nonprofits came.
I mean, it was phenomenal, and I mean, it is. If you want to look into how to recover from a weather-thwarted festival, you guys should be the poster children for that. Obviously, I mean, your bank account may disagree.
Right.
But
well, I was ready for that, but if we can survive this, it's all home free.
True. And for those that aren't aware, what happened is when the storm came through, you guys turned around and said, "Okay, if you want your money back, we got it for you. We're going to give it back to you. That's a given."
Yep. Right.
However, if you don't want your money back,
we're going to roll over.
We'll roll it over into next year, which is coming up this September 30th and October 1st. And we know we're just going to hold on to your money, but the prices are going to go up. But you know what we'll do? We'll give you a special abbreviated Friday show just for you rained out people.
That's right. Yeah, well, and September 29th.
I mean, who wouldn't leave, say, this is great. Now I got something to do.
Yeah, 75% of the folks rolled over. It was really.
We're very grateful for that. We couldn't thank them enough. It's nice running into those fans at shows when I attend, and they told me they roll over. I'm just like, thank you. And we have a party we're putting together on September 29th in Annapolis. We got a couple bands we're still trying to figure out, but it's going to be a fun time.
That's again. It just goes to speak to the type of people that you're dealing with here. That they're looking out for the Bay, they're looking out for mental health, they're looking out for veterans, they're looking out for the people that are accessible, but most importantly, the folks that are going to be, buying a ticket and coming out and hopefully having a great time for sure.
Yeah, it's over Saturday night's over 10 o'clock. For some people, they'll be home by 11. Which is not bad.
Not bad at all. What time do the gates open?
Gates open up at 11 a.m. Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
And I think the music's going to kick off around 12:30, give or take. We want people to get in and enjoy the beach all day. We have Sandy Point's a beautiful park.
Sure.
Get there early, walk around.
Do you have sunscreen stations?
No, but we'll have sunscreen at the comfort station. So yes, we'll have sunscreen available, bug spray, because it's Sandy Point. We're right next to a marshy area. But we'll have some things there to make sure people are comfortable.
And you mentioned family-friendly, kid-friendly. It is. We have a whole kids zone area, a kids zone coordinator. We have workshops in the kids zone. We have fun games and activities from Peak Social. He'll be also
Jeremiah's great.
Yeah, Jeremiah's awesome, and he's running that. He'll be doing games in the beer garden. We're having a beer garden called the Baytoberfest Beer Garden. It's right during Oktoberfest, so we're gonna have our own beer from Pherm called Baytoberfest. So that's gonna be super fun, and then we'll have games spread out on the beach and in the VIP areas and places like that.
No, now let's talk to me about this Baytoberfest here from Pherm. Do you know what it is? What it's going to be? I see that you guys have a number of glasses of here, so I don't know whether we're concocting it now as we speak.
We're taste testing for sure. No, I'm a beer. I don't know what a beer aficionado or what you call a beer lover, I guess. Who that's why we came to these guys, because they won Anne Arundel County's best brewer, and we love them. We love the beer that they brew, and they're working with us to brew our own beer. So Baytoberfest is a Marzen. Okay. And so it's like a real malty lager, really delicious, not too hoppy, real sweetish, amberish kind of flavor.
Now, is that going to be just available at the Baygrass Festival? I mean, obviously they've got some extra left over.
You can get that here, and then we're talking about brewing another special beer and actually canning it, and then actually selling it around town. So,
very cool.
Yeah, so that's still in the works, but it's an idea that I've thought about, and these guys are ready to make it happen.
That's awesome. Well, I guess my final question is on my list here that I got to ask you. Aside from October 2nd, what are you guys looking forward to the most?
Wow. I mean, for me, it's just execution. There's nothing like a first year festival. I've been there, done that multiple times, and it's magic, and it takes a team of extraordinary people, which we have brought in. We've found some of the best people in the industry, in our opinion. But bringing that all together to pull off an event for 2 days, to make 5,000 people happy over 2 days, it's not easy, right? No. So for me, I just want to get one under our belts, So I'm looking forward to the execution and watching the team, take charge and knock it out.
I imagine there's probably nothing better than that first day, opening the gates and seeing people just sort of flood in. It's like, okay, the train's left the station. They're happy. It's happening.
Yes.
It's,
I look, that's, John just said it as clear as you can say it. I mean, we want to execute. We want to bring everybody together that's worked on this great festival together to enjoy this. The fans, all the parties involved, and including the bands themselves. But for me, getting up on that stage and seeing everybody out there in the audience and just feeling it, seeing everything we've done in real time happening, it's just going to be such an amazing feeling.
Yeah.
What do you tell your Aunt Martha, who's coming into town, not to miss at the festival?
The food. Because Aunt Martha's going to like the food.
Okay. Fair.
But the other guys are going to be like, go check out the beer, the oysters,
the bands,
the community. I would tell Aunt Martha to check out the community that we're in.
My 87-year-old mom will be there, and she's super excited. I'm gonna plop her down.
Did she roll over her ticket from last year?
Actually, she did. She did. You told me the other day she had one of those free ones.
Mom, you get no slack from me.
She's like, I need some to give out to some people. But yeah, no, she'll be in the VIP area with pride, and I told her, you may not want to stay till the last night. Last of the evening encore, but you'll hang there pretty well.
Dave Grohl had a great story about his mother when she retired from teaching. He said, Mom, don't go doing that cruise thing like when you're retired. Come with me. I've got kind of like a cruise ship. I got a bus. Come on tour with me. And so she did. And he says, I'm getting done my set. I come off stage. I'm looking like, where's my mom? Where's my mom? I look back. She's doing shots with Green Day. It's like, what the hell?
That's awesome.
Guys, that's my mom.
But it's, that's fantastic that you've got everybody. And I'm assuming everybody's family is involved.
Oh, yeah,
in
my
this.
kids,
all
of their
deck.
friends are coming.
Child labor laws be damned.
Yeah. Sign waivers,
Yeah, I pretty much suckered all my friends to come down, help.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, everybody should go check it out. BaygrassFestival.com. Tickets are available right now for VIP and 2-day passes. Single-day passes will be going on sale August 16th. So those are the dates that you want to put onto your calendar. And also on the website, you've got a Keep Informed newsletter on the bottom, and that's where I signed up last year, where I was getting all of the information from, when everything was happening. Great way to keep in touch. I mean, you'll know exactly when tickets are going on sale and everything else, and if that's
updates, things to bring. We're going to be announcing a shuttle for some of the hotels we have discounts on for the out-of-town folks or people who just want to stay nearby.
And there might be some surprises off-season, too.
Yeah, we also have camping at the KOA arranged for you, so we have lodging arranged for a lot of people.
Where's KOA?
KOA is in Millersville. It's approximately about a 23-minute ride from KOA to Sandy Point.
Okay. That's what I thought. I didn't think there was one down there. There was one.
Capital KOA.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. You guys thought of everything.
Yeah, special rate for anybody. They just call them up directly, book. There's limited sites available.
Yeah, go to our website, the lodging link on the page, on the website, on the menu, and they'll see it.
And plenty of volunteer spaces available. We can't have enough volunteers.
This is going to be a unique festival. We haven't seen anything like it in the area. We've got John Way and Ron Peremel that are putting it on, along with Ron Katz, who is not here right now. He said he was being deposed, but he's a lawyer, so it's okay. It's not this looks to be an extraordinary event. I can't wait to see what it does in the crowd, and I'm praying to the weather gods too, just like you all.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Every day.
I think we've got it, and I mean, with Pherm, you've got a great partner in there, as well as everybody else that you've got here. And I mean, I think it's wonderful that you're doing all that you're doing for everybody.
Thank you.
I mean, there's so many different angles of help that you're hitting, and I think that's very commendable, and I thank you for it.
Appreciate that.
This has been a bonus podcast from Ion Annapolis. Please visit us at ionannapolis.net. Follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Ion Annapolis. And if you haven't subscribed to the Daily News Brief podcast, go for it. And all of your local news will be delivered to your phone, tablet, or smart device by 6 a.m. every Monday through Friday.